Pallavi. So let's begin with your introductions. Could you please introduce yourself for us?
Sure. So, hi, Niharika. Good to be here. So, I'm Pallavi Gupta. I currently work as into the product management role in an edtech company. I have been here for quite some time now. It's been few years, like 3 to 4 years in product management. Before that, I was working into the campaign management and ops kind of role.
Okay. Okay, so let's start talking about the nano degree program that you have done in your particular field. So can you just introduce that program for us and just tell us a little bit about it, just an overview?
Sure, Niharika. So it was a data product manager course from Udacity. It was a costlier course. It was say, around 70,000 bucks, but there was some promotion going on that time, so I got it for 17K. And the
Mhm.
duration of the course was 3 months.
Hmm.
So this course is mainly for early product managers or product managers who have spent 2 to 3 years in the particular domain
Hmm.
and wanted to upskill in the current domain itself.
Hmm.
So it mainly focused on how you can leverage the data, how you can structure your data in a way that you can make strategic business decisions that would help in overall your product strategy. That was the main focus of this
Hmm.
particular course all about. Totally focused on because there's too much data available in the market today, right? Everyone is leveraging that data. How you can make important product decision, how you can structure your product strategy using the data and make informed decisions.
So can you tell me a little bit about how the nano degree is different from, say, other courses or other specializations?
Sure. So there are a lot of product categories, I would say, that you can do online in terms of courses and certification programs that you wanted to do. One of these are like the nano degree programs. These are like in short period of time, you get to lay the basic ground level of
Correct.
any particular skill that you want to learn or excel. So I believe it is very important for anyone to grow in your career to have the base set, right? It should be set in a correct way that you have the right concepts cleared about what you are trying to do in your current career. So
Hmm.
that's something which the nano degree program helps you with.
Hmm.
Um, Doing a specialization is probably more towards going in depth, more time consuming, and you have to spend a dedicated time in learning a skill and be and earn a specialized degree or specialized skill around it. So
Okay.
probably
Hmm.
because of the time constraints, because we are all working from home and too much pressure with the work and other things, I believe nano degree program really helps in setting up the ground rules and like brushing up the basics of any skill that you want to learn or you're currently working on.
Okay. So I think it's a much quicker way of learning things or, upskilling, so to say,
Correct,
than, say, a specialization.
correct.
Okay. Okay. So just talk about a little bit about the certification that you got at the end of the course. Say, like, was it certified by Udacity, and did you have to be meet some eligibility criteria to earn the certification?
You're right, Niharika. I got a digital certificate after completing the course, and which is only issued when you complete the course. There are a lot of exercises, case studies, and interactive quizzes that you can do. Once you do that, you get scored. You get evaluated by the mentors. So it's a very important aspect of this particular course, a nano degree program from Udacity, is at the end of each session you need to complete a case study which is very much interactive and productive in terms of what you're learning from the course, right, from doing that online. So you have to complete that, you get it verified and get feedback from the mentor, and they give you very apt feedback in a very humble way, right? If you have done something very right,
Hmm.
or so they'll give you thumbs up, they give you smileys, but something in any of the questions not comfortable with, or the answers are not in line with the expectation, they'll help you out in achieving that. So that's something which is very important in a nano degree program, and it gives you hands-on experience on active projects that you do. That is one part. Another is if you keep on so once you start doing these exercises and interactive quizzes that you have, you come across many questions that you're not able to answer on yourself. So there's a community of people, of learners, so you can go, you can post your question and you get interactive answers on the fly. So you can ask your mentor, you can ask your peers, and you can simply drop your question onto the community, and people within the community will answer to your question.
They'll answer
or
your
you
question.
can look up, they'll answer your question, or look up for the already asked questions. So each module has multiple sub modules and topics. So for every topic, you can go and search within the repository of all the questions and answers, and you'll find so questions that people have already asked. You can refer to their questions and answers, and you can complete your assignment. So that's something which was very interesting and while doing this course.
So do you have to also achieve some minimum, say, marks or percentage criteria if you have to earn the certifications in the projects and case studies that you just talked about?
It was not percentage based, it's more towards qualitative analysis that they used to do. So basically they'll give you that it was a satisfactory answer, it was an average answer, or it was above the expectation answers, kind of thing. So once you pass that, they'll give you a final verdict that you have passed the course or not. And if you pass that, you'll get a certificate, and you get a congratulations email from them.
Okay. So that means what I'm understanding is you constantly get mentor feedback while doing the course.
Exactly. So you get a constant mentor feedback, and once you submit your answers to a case study, and those are not satisfactory by the mentor, you can rework on the feedback that they have given you, and you can resubmit it. So there's no foundation on the number of times you can resubmit it until and unless it's been accepted by your mentor. You keep on working that, improving on your case study or answers, and submit them. So that's why it is very important. It was very helpful while doing this course.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, that will give a lot of learning experience also once you improvise on the feedback. Okay. Correct. And was it like, what was the medium of the content delivery? Like, did you have live sessions with the mentors, or was it like self-paced and you had pre-recorded videos to go with?
So it was self-paced, learn at your speed. So it was, as I said, it was a 3-month course, but I completed it within 2 months, keeping myself occupied over the weekends dedicated to this course, because during work days, it becomes quite difficult to go through this course, to read about it. But over the weekends, you can spend 5-6 hours over the weekend in 2 days, and you can easily complete it within 2.5 months.
Acha. So you had like pre-recorded videos to go with it?
So we had pre-recorded videos from very good mentors from different backgrounds and working in different organizations. And it was really helpful to get insight of what actually the mentors were actually from good organizations. So you can learn what hands-on experience they had and how they have used that data and created data strategies for their products.
So they must have they must have given you like real life examples also. That means if they have some industry backing them. Okay.
Correct. That's right.
Okay, so let's go on to the curriculum. Like, how is the curriculum structured, and what were the courses or syllabus components that you came across?
Sure. So it was mainly divided among 3 major categories, and each categories or modules, as we say, and each module had different lessons. So first one was aligned towards introduction to a data product manager. What is product management all about? And it talked about granularity of the data, how to visualize the data, and how to do data modeling. Second lesson was more towards your data infrastructure, how your data pipeline is created, who all are the consumers and producers of the data, how you can use it to define your data strategy and everything.
Okay.
The last one was more aligned towards leveraging the data and use that analysis to make product decisions.
Okay.
So it was mainly towards how you can create user journeys, how events are created, which all aspects of data you should capture, how to transform that data and store it, how to define your KPIs based on the data, and do quantitative and qualitative analysis. So overall, it covered the important aspects of product management through data.
Through data. Okay, I get it. Okay, so any sort of live interactions you had with the mentors, or any interactive quizzes, assignments embedded inside within the course?
The best thing that I liked about doing this course was they give you exactly how you should approach to a case study. So if the case study is about how to leverage the data and make decisions, they will give you a practical example. They'll help you understand what kind of questions and answers that you should consider. And on the similar lines, the final project was developed. Okay. So it was very helpful in understanding that how would you define your approach in answering those questions and solving that case study. So it was very helpful and very interesting about this program.
Okay, right. And I think you have already spoken about a student community that you were a part of. Apart from that community support, did you have any career support as well? Like, for people who probably are looking for a job switch or entering into a new domain after completing this nano degree program?
Correct. So it do say that we do have career support in that. So what I used as a service was improving my my social profile on LinkedIn. So they helped me in improving that that particular profile in terms of what skills to add, how to structure it, and everything. I believe they do have resume building, resume kind of service that help you in structuring your resume and other career related services. But I was pretty happy with my current role, so I didn't pursue that. But again, but it did help me. The overall nano degree program helped me in understanding my current role in a better way and help me upskill in the current role. Yeah, so that was the main goal that I intended while doing this course.
So basically, someone who is looking for a job, then they do get a bit of like resume support, resume building support, and maybe
not exactly the resume, not exactly the resume building, but how you can improve your resume or your LinkedIn profile. So yeah, how you can improve your social presence in terms of professional domain.
Professional growth. Okay, right. Asha, any data analysis tools and techniques, or any kind of platforms you used or you learned while you were doing this course?
That's a very interesting question, Niharika. Yes, they do have. So they help me in understanding and using Tableau, SQL majorly. Right. And also while doing this course, I got free access to basic SQL and basic Tableau data visualization related free courses. So I believe it was a part of the overall package. And it was an interesting exercise, and got to know how you can use Tableau for data visualization, and you can use it for analyzing your data and the patterns.
Okay, right. Okay, so anything you learned about making your data at hand relevant for business related questions, to answer real life business related questions?
Actually, it did. So it helped me in structure. So I was actually working on an interesting user journey project. So it helped me in understanding what all events should I capture, in what format should I capture that data, which all would be the resources and basically sources of that data. How will I store it in a structured way, and
Hmm.
who will be using that data. So that basically covers up your data pipeline, that who will be the consumers of the data, producers of the data, and what ETL transformation methodology would you use it on your data. So yeah, it really helped.
Okay, and any product management related KPIs or metrics that you came across that maybe you didn't know before?
Not exactly, because I have been working in the same domain for quite some time now. So basic
Right.
KPIs and matrices that are necessary for tracking your product performance. I actually knew that from the beginning, so it didn't help me much in that area.
In that area. Okay, right.
Yeah.
So, according to you, like, how would you rate the course content? Say out of 5, like whether it was engaging or not. How were the lecture delivery by the mentors, and anything else you want to highlight about the course content?
Well, it was, I would give 4.5 out of 5 for this course. It was very seamlessly curated. The content was beautiful. It was delivered by industry experts. Uh, it covered real life case studies.
Examples and
It
case
covered
studies. Yeah.
examples and cases, interactive session, community, mentorship, continuous feedback from peers and mentors, and yeah. So overall, I believe it was a good course for an early product manager, or a product manager who has 2 to 3 years of experience, or probably for persons who are into the tech and want to shift their domain into product management. So believe for them also it covers the basic nuances of product management.
Thank you so much, Pallavi. I think this was quite insightful, and I'm pretty sure that it'll help someone who's looking for a good product management course or a specialization. Thank you so much.
I'm sure, Niharika. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you.